Hey guys, it's Logan here from Hunting Pros. Today I'm here to discuss a new firearm that I just bought a few weeks ago and, tell you a bit about it. So here today with me I have a Ruger 1022 with a black synthetic stock and with a blued barrel. You know what guys, so far so good. This gun is completely cost efficient for, new shooters, for even experienced shooters. This gun is relatively accurate and it's completely cost efficient. And compared to any other rimfire out there that's a semi-auto, this gun, I'm telling you right now, is very cheap. I live in Canada and I came out the door with this gun, taxes in, and our taxes are 15%, came out the door with this for $250. That is an awesome price, an awesome deal for such a good gun. Everything feels really tight on the gun and everything feels really great. And so I might as well start the review now, I guess. I'm going to start with a little bit of history about the gun. I'm pretty sure it was first produced in 1964 and it's been produced ever since. There's millions of them that have been produced across the world, so there's millions of them out there right now cycling around. There's tons of modifications for these guns. You can get extended mags, you can get tripods, you can get trigger jobs done, you can get new stocks, you can get special scopes, you can get all these types of things for the gun to modify it. Because there's so many of them made, there's so many aftermarket parts. So anyways, everything on this gun is completely stock except for the scope, which is a red dot millet scope. I don't know if you'll be able to see the red dot, but yeah, you can. Yeah, you can see it. Anyways, I sighted this gun in for 50 yards with the scope and I've had absolutely no problems. I've been making around 1-inch groupings on a piece of cardboard. So it pretty much tells you, that this gun holds up its accuracy pretty well. So without the scope, the gun comes with a flip-up sight, which is pretty cool for those of you who like open sights, and it comes with front sight too. Anyways, so far so good guys. Next I'd like to talk about a couple types of ammunition that I've cycled through the gun, and so far I've tried 3 types, and I've cycled about 1,000 rounds through, so keep in mind I haven't cycled a ton, but I've cycled enough to see it, minor tendencies and stuff like that. So first of all, and my personal favorite, is CCI ammunition. And this particular ammunition, I've shot 2 of these bricks through it, which is 200 rounds, and I've had no problems, no misfires, no jams, nothing. These were the suckers that I was making the 1-inch groupings with. These are just standard velocity, they're not the stingers, but they're great, rounds. They're not overly expensive. I think they're $6 a box or something. Anyways, that's them there. Shiny casings, they don't look dirty or nothing. Overall, CCI makes great rounds, and I would highly recommend them if you're cycling a 1022. Number 2 on my list is just, Federal game stock loads. This is just a pack of 50, but I also used their bulk ammunition. That cycled great. I had no jams or misfires. I had a couple flyers that flew up and flew down, but they overall, they have shiny casings. They don't look like, they don't look like bad ammunition. These particular ones are 38 grain hollow points. Oh, and the standard velocity CCIs were 40 grain, sorry. And yeah, so I had great luck with those. Last but not least, I don't have them anymore. It was Remington bulk ammo. I think they're called Thunderbolt, and they come in a green package. I think there's 555 of them or something. I had 2 jams and I had a couple misfires. And I wasn't overly pleased with those. The shell casings looked dirty. They didn't look professional almost. They cycled strange through the gun. And in the rotary magazine that comes with the gun, which is something I should probably mention, they're one of the best 22 magazines I've ever seen. It's this little guy here. It has steel lips and everything. And with one of these, pretty much any 22 ammunition is going to cycle okay. But when you start using one of these, that's when you get like the misfires and the jams and stuff start happening. And that usually happens just feeding problems. But with crappy ammunition going through one of these, you're probably going to have jams. And that's what happened to me with the Remington. But I cycled as fast as I could. Bang, 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 bang. I cycled 2 clips of these out on this with no jams at all. So I trust CCI and I trust Federal a lot more than I trust the Remington bulk. And I'm sure the Remington regular ammunition's fine. I'm just saying with the Remington bulk that it didn't function for me very well. I'm probably going to buy another brick of it just to make sure it wasn't, you know, a shitty package of them or something. But from the reviews I've been hearing and stuff, the Remington bulk isn't that great. So for those of you guys that are new, yeah, just, you know, try it out, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Maybe it was just me, but I don't think so. Anyways, next about the gun, I'd like to talk about a couple possible attachments that you can add. So first of all, there's the standard magazine I've already showed you. You can get banana clips. In Canada, in the States, you can get, there's a much larger variety, sorry. In Canada, you're a little bit limited because I think the BX25s, I think they're banned in Canada. Don't quote me on that, but I can't find them anywhere, and there's forums online saying that they were banned or something. So this is legal. I bought this at the gun store the day I bought the gun. It fits great. It's a little wiggly, you know, you wouldn't expect it to be wiggly at all, but I didn't have any problems. Even when I was wiggling it, it was still firing fine and everything. So yeah, this is an okay attachment. The only thing I don't like is the fact that it's completely see-through. Like, if it was a matte see-through, I think that'd be a little bit better, because a friend of mine, I uploaded a picture of this online, just saying like, oh, I got my new Ruger 1022, and a buddy of mine said like, wow, is that a pellet gun? I was like, no, it's a 22 caliber. But you know, it kind of makes it look dinky a little bit with that, but I mean, so what? If you're out shooting squirrels, shooting rounds in the woods or whatever, I don't think it matters what you look like, you know what I mean? So definitely doesn't matter. Another thing I'd like to add to the gun is a tripod, and they're fairly easy to put on the gun. There's some that you can just wrap around the barrel, and there's some that you can put through here and on that screw mount there. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. I'm still on the market for one, but you know, there's tons of things you can do with this gun. Another thing I might do actually is you know, someday maybe get a different stock for it. The stock is great, but it feels a little bit cheap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can feel how it's good plastic and everything, but it feels a little cheap. But I mean, for 250 bucks, does the cheapness really matter? The gun cycles like almost perfectly, so does that matter? No. Another thing that a lot of people change that I'm not really concerned about is the trigger. Some people say, oh, the trigger pull is so hard, you know, it's a large pull. I don't find at all that it's hard. Like, I've had no problem. I can get rounds off as fast as I can blank with this, and I've had absolutely no problems. And so for me, that's all I really want to add to the gun is a tripod, maybe a new stock at some point, like maybe a collapsible stock in the back or something like that. Just, you know, so it would make it easier to put in a backpack when I'm up in the woods hunting or something like that. And yeah, I might add a sling to it too. That might make it a little bit easier. But for sure, guys, check this gun out. I'm telling you right now, it's one of the better guns on the market that's 22 caliber and that's an autoloader. And for the money, guys, if you don't like it, $250 is not a huge expense. You know, some people spend thousands on you know, autoloaders and stuff like that. And for a gun like this, that you're not worried about to beat through the woods. You're not worried about, you know, hurting the stock or nothing like that. It's a great gun for the money, guys. It cycles every time, and there's tons of accessories. I hope you enjoyed my video, and stay tuned.